Well, first I talked about my holiday to France last week, and that was to make a point that all throughout your travels, all throughout a trip, you have different experiences in a destination. And those different experiences have different emotions. Some are positive, some are negative. And the point that I was trying to make is that a lot of DMOs focus usually on the inspirational phase to get people to book, but there's so much happening in the destination as well. In terms of people interacting with your destination and sharing stories, that it's really about focusing on that part of the trip as well, because there's a lot to gain, and the process of getting there is a process that you do collaboratively with your stakeholders, and I think that's a sort of a fundamental change to get everybody involved at the very start. By doing that, you will create a shared reference and you'll get people out of their silos and thinking about the bigger picture. The importance of managing the destination experience comes from there's so many stories being told by other people when they're in your destination, and the catalyst of those stories are experiences that people have in your destination. So if, as a DMO, together with your stakeholders, if you can manage those experiences, you'll get better stories and you'll get better word of mouth. It's a lot of things, but at the key is to have 100% empathy with your visitor or with your consumer, and going through a process where you involve everybody from the very start that is involved. So to give an example, where usually traditional organizations, the manager has an idea, he tells two people to go and do it, he doesn't look at it for another 2 months, they come back with something and the manager hates it. Service design thinking is very the other way around. From the very start, you think of, okay, who has to do with this issue or with this problem or with the destination experience. So for a destination, that means hoteliers, people who own restaurants, who own ski lifts, you name them. From the very start, get them in a room and get them thinking about what their visitor does in their experience. And then by doing that together, everybody will take a step back and see how together they can influence the whole trip. I think we're having a great conference here. If I look at the total experience, the AV is great. We've been taken very well care of. There's good food, and I think the vibe is really good in the audience. You can really talk to people and it doesn't feel like you're in front of a stadium, and there's real good engagement with everybody, and I think everybody's really engaged. Yeah.